On behalf of everybody at Harrington Hoists, good afternoon. It's a pleasure to join you. We've always enjoyed and will continue to enjoy our relationship with AWRF members. A little story about 15 years ago, Harrington decided to repatriate some of our manufacturing, bring it back from Japan. We started with a couple different products, more of our basic products. And today we've proud to say we have 3 now products that are product of the USA. In our manual chain hoist lineup specifically. So we thought it would be great to give you a tour of that part of our facility. And so we've videotaped a tour of our of our Elizabethtown facility. And I'm gonna go ahead and play that for you now.
Make sure you press those 2 little boxes on the bottom of that share screen.
The 2 little boxes.
Yeah, it should say share computer sound and then optimize for video.
Okay.
When you press share screen, it'll say it on the bottom.
Perfect.
Not to confuse you.
Nope, that's great. Thank you. Everybody see that?
Yes.
Good afternoon. My name is Jason Saeed, Director of Business Development here at Harrington Hoists. And today we've got an exciting tour for you. We're going to tour our Elizabethtown facility. It's our home of our North American manufacturing for some products in our powered lineup, but today we're going to focus on our manual lineup. So we're going to tour where we manufacture our CF hand chain hoist, where we manufacture and assemble our LV lever puller, and last but not least, our SHB ultra low headroom hand chain hoist. So let's get started. So I'd like to start with the first product that we repatriated the manufacturing from. This was about 10 years ago that we decided we wanted to be more global in our manufacturing footprint. So we brought some of this production back from Japan, and the first product was our CF hand chain hoist. Now it's the most simple design hoist that we have. It's a single reduction geared hand chain hoist, all aluminum bodied. It's got a honeycomb style casting. Now, all these castings are sourced either in Pennsylvania or in New Jersey, shipped to us bare, quality controlled, and then goes out to our powder coater. Upon return, we bring it to the assembly area. We've got different stages that flow through this assembly area. The first one, stage 1, is where we press our bearings. So we'll take our body B and we'll take a sealed ball bearing, and obviously it'll drop in, and then the young lady or gentleman will use the press and press that in the side case. Each one of these, as it goes through the line, will have a quality control stamp or a point from a paint pen. It'll pass its initial inspection and move on to another part of the line. So we're going to walk around now to the second station, if you will, and we'll take a look at the next process. So here in the second station, we'll take body A. Again, a honeycomb aluminum casting procured locally, powder coat finish for high durability. Okay. It'll be dropped into the body side of the production line, which we'll visit next. But real quick, I want to talk to you about a 5S component we have here in our manufacturing and assembly. So every single bin and part is batch numbered. That's for quality control, so that as the QC agents come through the station, they can see that the right parts are in the right bin and that the build order associates the right part to that step. So next we'll come around and we'll go into the internal area where the bodies and the parts are being fed in from our parts bins, and we'll go into some of the assembly now. Again, you can see the bins here. All parts are batch numbered. 5S, you have a picture of the part, the bin number, the batch where it came from for complete traceability. If you want to come in, this is the actual install area. Remember, we just saw our body A's over there. They were coming in and they get the first assembly. So that's going to be a side plate, gears inside, and our pocket wheel. All of those will come through this area, again being QC'd as it passes through to the next cell assembly area. So we have that body A, we've got our pocket wheel, we've now got our internal chain guide, You get a piece of leader chain that comes through. Okay, we'll see further in the process what this is for. And we insert your first top hook. This happens to be a 1-ton capacity CF unit. So again, I talked about the QC marks with the pen, the paint pen. So every placement of every part will be QC'd in alignment to make sure, number one, that they have the right number of parts in the unit, and number two, that the alignment is correct. Next, we have a torque station where we actually bring both bodies. So this was body B that we talked about in the first step. We've got our ratchet disc and our brake assemblies that get dropped in. We've got our hand wheels that get dropped in, and then we bring this assembly over for complete assembly. We've got a torque tool, an air torque tool here that will bring all bolts in alignment under torque specs to your final piece here, which is going to be fully assembled CF chain hoist without the hand wheel cover. There's a reason for that, I'll show you in a second. But again, you've got your QC paint pen points, QC all the way through the process. Here's your leader chain that we installed earlier. This is to do just that, lead the load chain in as it goes down the line. So what we're going to do here is we'll QC the load chain, we'll put in the leader chain, and it will come into our automated load test. So Harrington load tests 100% of our products. We do not batch test. Every single product that we build here goes through a load test. You'll have a certified load test certificate with that product. In the past, this was a manual operation. You had a manual hoist tester. Worker would have to go up, hook the hoist up, bring the bottom hook down, and hydraulically test that hoist. Laborsome, very timeful. So with this new process, we automate the whole thing. Takes the onus off the worker, puts more safety in the process, and is far quicker and more efficient. Once it's automatically load tested, it'll come to the brand station. We will brand either Harrington or Keto out of this facility, depending on what part of the world this product's going to. Once it's completed, it will come to the chain station. It will be chained, tested again, and then it will be finally packaged. Right now, what we're putting through the line is bare units. So these are units that don't have chain on them, so when they come out to you distributors, you can chain them up to whatever lengths you see fit. So that's our CF hand chain hoist manufacturing and assemble area. When we head over to the lever puller or LB lineup of hoist. This was the second product that we repatriated, brought back to Pennsylvania in an effort to be more globally sound in our supply chain. What you see in front of you here is our first build station. We bring our lever pullers in, have final assembly, and then they come to this station here. Okay? So basically at this point, they've been assembled to the facility. They're ready to go ahead and rev up and load test. Again, you'll see a neutral brand for now, depending on where this is going to go, whether it's going to go South America, Central America, Canada, Europe. All the hoists that go through this facility could end up anywhere in the world, really. So once it's branded, we'll come over to the load test station. Again, hoists will have been reeved up and they will line up in a batch. Each one being QC'd as it goes through with the green paint pens on this to make sure every part is installed correctly and torqued correctly. Then what we'll do is we'll go ahead, these are Harrington branded, so this batch is going to the United States. So for here, we'll go ahead and load this up. Again, an automatic load tester, completely fully automated, just like the CF line that we were in before. Again, used to be a manual process. This adds safety to the process and also cuts time, which cuts down on lead time for our customers. Once they're load tested, again, same thing. We'll come down, they will get their load test certificate for every single product that goes through our line. Load test certificate signed by our quality manager. Be boxed, go down, place it. This happens to be our 1-ton lever pullers with 20 foot of lift. These will be crated up. They'll head out to shipping and off to you. So that was our CF line. We did our LB line. Now we'll go ahead and take a look at a specialty product. Again, this is our third product that we brought over to repatriate. It's our SHB lineup. That's our ultra low headroom, manual hand chain hoist. What you'll see in here is some side plates. The side plates are all laser cut at our Mannheim facility. They're welded there, sent out to our powder coaters, and they're brought back into the E-Town facility for final assembly and testing. We've got two different units that are over here that are ultra low headroom. First, you can see assemblies right here for our Navy trolley hoists. Again, this uses a CF hand chain hoist with a different trolley. Yeah, so it's sucked up to a shorter headroom. So all of our Navy trolley hoists are done here. And if we want to come on over, we'll get into our SHB assembly area. So right here is a good example of a SHB getting ready to be assembled tomorrow. What you see in front of you are the two side plates that, again, are cut, welded, and manufactured out of our Mannheim facility. Go out to the powder coaters, they come back, okay, to E-Town for final assembly. So we've got all the parts around us, against labeled in their bins, and the worker can just come and pull in a 5S style, and QC can come through as they go to make sure that the products meet the standards for Harrington and you in the industry. Once this is completed, it will be load tested, supplied a load test certificate, just like every other of our products that come out of our facilities. So I hope you enjoyed the tour today of our manual chain hoist manufacturing and assembly plant in Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania. If you have any questions, we can take those now. Otherwise, I hope you have a great day.
I need to be able to unshare. There we go. So just wanted to thank everybody for your time. That was just a short tour of our manual chain hoist facility. We encourage any of our customers to come visit us for a complete tour of all of our production facilities. And you can even do so at the end of every Harrington Sales Academy. We completely tour all of our facilities. So those are back up and running again. If anybody has any questions, please let me know, or you can email me at my last name. So it's SAIDJ is my first initial at harringtonhoists.com.